Hello everyone, very good evening. Today is a full moon and very powerful. We have the Jupiter influence today on this full moon, which means Jupiter is called Brihaspati or the Guru, Deva Guru. So any auspicious thing, we'll start with the prayer of the Guru, which means if you have the blessings of Guru, we are bound to have success. And not just that, today we are going to see something called Mercury retrograde. It already started yesterday, but from today it's going to be very powerful. And today is a full moon, and everything is very auspicious from today. It's also called Pitrupaksh, where we have tradition of offering sacrifices to our ancestors. And also, if we have any kind of ancestral transgenerational karmic malefic effect going on in the family or in our lives, it's time for us to let go of it. And this process is very simple but very powerful. All you got to do is just allow yourself to relax. And we all have one pressing issue, no matter what, whatever you do, it is just repeating. No, nothing can be changed. And also, you feel you have no support, or you feel lonely, or if someone feels whatever I do is not giving me any kind of growth, I'm unable to see growth, or something is not working right, or in olden days, when people come from farming background or from a background where there's a lot of recklessness was there in the ancestors, and they have committed some kind of crimes or mistakes or killed snakes or animals or something like that, and if they didn't get enough opportunity to repent on it, or to clear that trauma within them, the trauma is just carried from one person to other person in the entire family race. It could be male or female, but mostly it is said male will inherit that malefic conditions, but again there's a fair amount of women who are taking it also. So one good thing about this Pitrupaksh is it it has got Pitrupaksh or the Mercury retrograde is one of the most important aspect of anybody's life. It comes every time in the year. So every time you get an opportunity to let go of all the trauma that is there within our system. So from today for next 15 days till the next new moon, we'll be having only clearance exercises. So this 15 days is fairly good enough for us to let go of any kind of trauma that we have been carrying without our not notice or knowledge. We all have some kind of traits of our parents, grandparents, and their grandparents, right? So these few traits are very good for us, and few traits have no good thing in our life. They will actually ruin us. The trait is there for us so that we become aware of that lack which is bringing the trait, and once we are aware of it, we'll try to heal ourselves from it so that its effect is nullified in our lives. So that's what is the entire process of the transgenerational healing that we do in this period. So we get started with a small breathing exercise, and once breathing exercise is done, I'll be having a we'll have a guided meditation. In a guided meditation, I'll take you through a process of connecting to your divine self and your ancestors. And this 15 days is going to be a progressive session, one after the other. And I would highly recommend you to continue to participate in the sessions daily. If you're unable to participate live, watch the recording for next 15 days. And this is going to be very life changing. You never know how things are going to change, because a lot of people that I'm encountering these days, and a lot of people, or including me, every time during Mercury retrograde, a new version of me is just born. I don't know how things changed. I don't know what exactly would happen within me. Somehow I think like a different person, and that is going to help. That is helping me evolve. And a lot of people have given testimonials, and you can just browse the internet. You have got a lot of information on healings that are done during Mercury retrograde have great effect than usual days. So it is very powerful. And if you have some kind of issues that you want to deal with, this is the time you go to a therapist and start getting healed, because Mercury is about Buddha is about buddhi, and buddhi is easily influenced by emotions. and Mercury is a fiery planet, and fire is the element of solar plexus chakra. Solar plexus chakra again is a seat of emotions, and it lies or it is hosted on adrenals. And again, adrenals are what? Fight or flight hormones are secreted. So it's all about emotion, emotional high, rush. It just happens. And also, even gut is also influenced. So we always get this message, right? I have a gut feeling of doing this, doing that, but hardly we do it. What is being given to us. So even gut is also called the third brain in the body. So when you are working on these Pitrupaksha and Mercury retrograde, our Buddhi and solar plexus are the major. And see, Buddhi in the sense the third eye or Agna chakra and the solar plexus are working in conjugation now. This is how we'll be able to change. Um, this is how we are going to change our perspective, and also we'll get our emotions under hold. So this is going to be one of the most interesting phase of your life. Just immerse into these meditations daily. Try to attend live if not possible, if that's not convenient for you, or just watch the recordings from today. For next 15 days, this is going to change yourself, change you totally and completely. You never know how change comes, but you'll be surprised. You're not the same person anymore. And again, you don't have to believe me in this. Just experience it, and then we can have a discussion after that. Okay. All right. Now let's get started with our breathing exercise, and I think Shravani Garu and Anuradha Garu are new to this meditation today. So we'll do a meditation. We'll start with a breathing called 6363 meditation, where we inhale for 6 seconds, hold for 3 seconds, exhale for 6 seconds, and hold for 6 seconds, for which we have beats. So once you listen, you'll be able to make it out that there are 6 beats, which reminds, or which indicates we have to inhale, and then we'll hold for 3 seconds, we exhale for 3 seconds, we exhale for 6 seconds and hold for 3 seconds. So once we do this, we'll all have a guided meditation on to connect to our ancestors and their higher selves. And from today, we'll have a bit by bit incremental progressive actions towards letting go of the trauma that we are carrying from our ancestors. Knowingly, unknowingly, we all carry some kind of trauma from them, and if we heal, they are healed, because we all are connected. And once we are healed, nothing like it. Everything changes. Everything changes. Alright, let's get started. Alright, let's get started with the meditation. Alright, it's time for us to get connected to the higher souls, our ancestors. So gently relax, close your eyes, and just focus on my voice. Just relax. All the world around you is just going to be the way it is. No matter what is happening around, for next few minutes, you're just focusing on my voice and just allowing yourself to be relaxed. Whatever sounds you hear in your environment, whatever happens around you, however you feel, whatever thoughts come into your mind or grab your attention, for next few moments, let that only help you relax but not be distracted. Just relax. Everyone, take a deep, calming breath. Inhale. Inhale slowly with your nose and exhale with your mouth with a sigh. Like this. Inhale slowly. Exhale with a sigh. One more time. Inhale slowly. Exhale with a sigh. Feel fantastic, wonderful, and absolutely peaceful and relaxed. We all are connected to our souls, or our souls are connected to this body, and this body is the product with the union of our parents, and our parents are the product of the union of their parents. And as we go forward, we all have been originated from one source. Making sense? We all have come from the same source, so we all have some kind of connections. So let us connect to all the divine element, or all the same genetic connection that we all have, that we all share in common. Gently close your eyes if you're not already, and slowly inhale and exhale, and just feel how the air is traveling or transporting within your body and outside your body. Just how it is, just observe how it is interacting within you and outside you. Inhale deep, exhale completely, and let any kind of tension or stress in your mind or in your thoughts, let all of that be released and removed. Relax totally and completely. Feel absolutely relaxed and absolutely peaceful. Slowly inhale, and as you inhale, just try to observe how the air is traveling. How the air is traveling from your nose, going up, again going down into your lungs, and how is it happening? Just feel how the air is filling your lungs and how the body is reacting, how the body is moving as you're inhaling and as you're exhaling. As you're doing it, observe the connection of the air with your body, because breath is the only tool that connects body with the spirit. Hence, a person, we check if the person is dead or alive in terms of his breathing. If the person is not breathing for a very long period of time and the breathing activity has stopped permanently, the person is pronounced dead. So, dead man has no soul, which means a soul is connected to the body with the breath. So, as you're connecting, as you're observing your breath, observe the connection of the soul with this body, or the spirit with this body. You are connected to this body, and here you would refer your consciousness. Your idea of identity is the consciousness that you have, which says or which is relating to you. All the idea or all the identity of who you are is just a consciousness of you, and this consciousness is just an energy or a signature to this energy. Now I want you to focus more and more on your breathing and feel more and more connected to your own self. Just observe how the breath is flowing. Every inhalation and exhalation is feeling or helping you connect more and more with your own self, your physical self and the divine self. Your divine self is the higher being or a higher plane from where you have incarnated or taken this body as an incarnation. As you're breathing, feel connected to your physical self and your divine self. You can even have some kind of visualization for the same. You can have or bring in some kind of imagery. You can think, imagine, feel, visualize, or even create three versions of you. One is your physical body, one is your energy body, and one is the higher or divine soul. Three bodies are just stuck within you. You can give them three different colors to make it more and more identifiable if you wish. As you're breathing, you can feel three layers or three identities of you are just getting in alignment with each other, getting connected with each other, and the alignment is getting stronger and better. Inhale, hold, exhale, hold. One more time. Inhale, hold, exhale, hold. One more time. Inhale, hold, exhale, hold. Relax. And feel the three identities, the physical body, the energy body, and the spirit body, or the higher self, or the divine self of you, are just getting absolutely synergized, forming an energy triple of you. And now I want you to imagine a bright white light from your heart center emerging out of your body, covering your entire body and covering the entire room that you're sitting in. A ray of light that is originated from your heart center is spreading across your body, your dimensions of the body, and spreading across the room. And it is just traveling, spreading in the entire building that you are in, and spreading across the entire street that you are in. Just feel the light from your heart is spreading across the city that you are in. Your heart center is illuminating the entire city, from there the entire state that you are in, an entire country, and totally encapsulating the entire earth. You can also see other participants sending the same energies, and the energies of every participant that are sending the energies across the earth are submerging, are interlocking with each other, are merging with each other, forming a strong protective layer across the earth. And you are the source of it. Everyone listening to this audio are the source of that energy. Forming a strong protective layer across the earth. And now, each one of you are strengthening the shield that you have just put across this earth by breathing in. Your breath is strengthening this shield. Breathe in and breathe out, and the energy from three versions of you, the physical version of you, the energy version of you, and this higher spirit of you or divine self of you are sending energies constantly from the heart center. As I breathe in, the energy is increasing and forming a thick protective layer across the earth. And this protective layer is penetrating into every living and non-living being on this earth. Observe every living being or non-living being in the entire planet. The sky, the clouds, the birds in the sky, the plants, the oceans and the animals or the fishes or aquatic life in the oceans, the forest, the desert sand, the volcanoes, the buildings, the rocks, the mountains. All living and non-living beings are just being soaked in this divine light. And observe how deep it is influencing all human beings, all animals, all the animals, all the birds, all the plants. Every being is connected, and feel the connection with every being that you are in. The light that is originating from your heart centers is now transported and is absorbed into and absorbed by every living being across you, living in the entire planet. Your field of influence is increasing, and your connection to every living being is increasing totally and completely. You can feel the heartbeat of every living being in the place that you are in, all the insects, all the bugs, all the plants. Every living being, no matter how small or how big it is, all of them are just soaking into this divine light that has been originated from you, and they're just soaking in this divine love, loving light. And as you're connected to every living being, all the energies, all the natural energies of every living being are just getting connected to you and every participant. You can see a complex but a strong network of energy lines originating from your heart center are traveling into every heart or every living center of every living being, and all the living centers of every living being are generating the lines of energies and are interconnecting with every living being. As you say this, feel yourself connected with every living being around you, across you, that has existed that are existing on this planet at this moment. As you're connected to the spirit in energy bodies, but not the physical bodies. With the energies of all the physical bodies getting energized, but the energy body and the divine self of every being are getting charged and are slowly lifting out from this body. And are transported to one healthy space above this earth, forming one single collective consciousness. This collective consciousness is the consciousness of all humans, all plants, all insects, all birds, all the aquatic life, all the life in general. The consciousness of every living being is just becoming, is transported, is up and merging one with the one supreme consciousness. And this one supreme consciousness is connected to every living being. And as it is getting connected with all the living beings, becoming one, the universal compassion, love for everyone, compassion for everyone is just happening. All the disparities are just diminished, and all living beings are becoming one, and there's a huge degree of compassion, love, and brotherhood is happening right now. Feel the divine self just, or the divine spirit of all living beings becoming one, and the collective consciousness of all beings has becoming one single unit. The singularity is just evolving within that consciousness. All the living beings are becoming one, and that single consciousness is now the collective consciousness of all living life. You can feel that huge figure right across you and is covering the entire earth. And at this level, there is no difference between you and anyone across. Everyone has come from the same source, and all that source is just experiencing itself as a huge single collective consciousness in the form of a light. You can give that light a shape or a form, or it could be just like a light itself. You can give it an identity, or just allow it the way it is. By doing so, you're just trying to relate much with that consciousness. And this collective consciousness, which has spread across you, within you, and entire the living beings, as it is the collective consciousness of all the living beings in the entire existence in this time space reality in this dimension. Now all the differences are being gone, and let the collective consciousness be absolutely pure from any kind of malice, and is purely connected to the divine. And feel the divine connection from the cosmic center enter into the consciousness of this collective consciousness. Just imagine a pink light from the cosmic center entering into the center of this divine light, which is the cosmic center, is entering into the collective consciousness and energizing, purifying, and cleansing the collective consciousness. If there is any kind of malice or if there is any kind of contamination in this collective consciousness, let all of that be disintegrated and deleted and uncreated from this collective consciousness. This collective consciousness is purified by this divine pink light, and this divine pink light is just taking over this collective consciousness. The collective consciousness, which is white in color, is now turning pink. And as the collective consciousness has turned into absolutely loving rosy pink, you can feel it is filled with love, and you can already feel that divine love and compassion just unfolding into your own self, because it is your consciousness as well, which is a part of this divine collective consciousness. Now, just imagine, visualize, think, create, or just allow that consciousness entering into every living soul of this existence at this moment right now. That divine pink light is entering your souls, the collective consciousness, which is free of all differences, which is free of all contamination, which is all pure, is entering back into your body. Feel it happening right now. Now the divine self is completely turning into pink with the union or with the merging of the collective consciousness into your system right now. As your divine self is energized and charged with this collective consciousness, feel the divine love and compassion growing within your own body. Let this align your physical self, energy body, and your divine self. As it is settling in your body, feel universal love and compassion just increasing in you, in your physical body, in your physical heart, in your mind. Slowly and completely let this divine energy sink into your body. Sink with your mind, sink within your heart, and the divine light which is emanating from your heart, let that slowly settle down. Slowly come back to your body. In a moment, I'm going to count from 5 to 1 and snap my fingers. The moment I count number 1 and snap my fingers, you will comfortably open your eyes, feeling fantastic, wonderful, better than before. As your divine self is charged with the universal consciousness, you can activate it by pressing the right hand index finger and thumb. Press right hand index finger and thumb 3 times to activate this divine loving self, which is charged with the universal collective consciousness, and we will be using or invoking this consciousness for all the days that you're working on going further. Now get ready to be totally back in your body. 5. Move your hands, move your toes. 4. Gently move your body. 3. Bring your hands closer to your eyes. 2. Totally rub your hands. And 1. Open your eyes into your palms, feeling fantastic, wonderful, better than before, in perfect health, wide awake. Just smile. Wonderful. How are you feeling? Everyone slept? Okay. Wonderful. Alright. So, from today, we will start our exercise, or in the all from today to next 15 days, we will do this exercise. We'll just close our eyes and say, activate my divine self charged with the universal collective consciousness, and just press your right hand index finger and thumb like this 3 times, 2 and 3, and you will see the energy is just flowing. If you are unable to feel it, don't worry, it is just happening on energy level, so that will do its magic. And we'll do this exercise every day before we start meditation. And we have just invoked our divine self, and tomorrow we get connected to our ancestors, and then we'll continue this exercise till the end of this 15 days, and you will have a great shift in your consciousness. You'll have a great shift in your energies. You'll have a lot of change in your physical life, your professional life, in your relationships. Everything just changes. You don't know how, but you find a lot of change, because all the trauma that we are carrying from generations to generations will be gone. The moment we are connected to the ancestors, everything changes. Any questions? Anyone wanted to share any experience? Feel free to do so. I think everybody is deeply into trance. Okay, just enjoy your space. If you have any specific findings or understandings, you can post it in the group. We'll see you all tomorrow. Have a good evening. Wonderful Shubhratri.